Everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you coming along for a new year and some new adventures. This video is very short and sweet. I'm more or less just going to share a few quick updates with you on things that have been going on these last few weeks. First and foremost, check out this awesome t-shirt. This is a logo shirt with as many Honda models as you can probably think of. Maybe more on that a little bit later. But yeah, so my mom is in town. You all know and love her from being on the channel previously. She and I are running a rock and roll half marathon tomorrow morning, weather permitting. It's actually supposed to rain. So that's going on this weekend. I have a couple friends in town from other areas of the country. This coming week, I'm going to be heading to Sedona for the press and media launch for the 2024 Honda Pilot SUV. So that's something to look forward to in the coming weeks with some additional content. On top of that, all of January is just packed in Arizona with car-related content. So next weekend, I'll be attending an open house at Science of Speed, a local shop that specializes in NSX and S2000 performance and customization. I will be attending the Future Collector Car Show in Scottsdale. And then the following week, I'm actually part of a panel discussion for Barrett-Jackson regarding the same topic on future collectibles. I will be attending Barrett-Jackson 1 or 2 days just to kind of kick the tires and check out things over there. And then, yeah, the fun just continues from there. There's also a Concours d'Elegance in Fountain Hills locally, which will have a lot of super cool high-end exotics and supercars. And trying to think what else I'm missing. Yeah, Phoenix gets to host the Super Bowl in about a month, so that brings a lot of activity to town. So stay tuned. Oh yeah, not to mention I have project cars to fill you in on. So one of the things I do each year at the end of the year is go through my mileage tally for each vehicle, look a little bit about what it costs to operate, how many miles I drove it, and give an overall status. So I think I'm going to take the chance right now to just talk you through the spreadsheet. So let's do this right here and now, right in the garage, right on top of my toolbox as an easel, coming to you live. So this is kind of an interesting graphic. I have noticed over the last 7 years that my mileage annually driven has fallen. 2020 was kind of easy to explain because a lot of us were consolidated to our, or isolated rather, to our homes and cities. But yeah, overall, I kind of found it interesting that I'm averaging about 20,000 miles a year now, which is way down, half of what it used to be, or a third even. 20,327 all of last year. Here is the next grid. This was the real juicy data heavy sheet here for those of you who are into all of that. I'm not going to dwell on each and every cell here, but I wanted to sort of go in descending order and just talk to you a little bit about what's going on with each of these cars because you care. Some of you care about some of these more than others, but the top dog in the fleet obviously is the Legend Coupe that rolled 5,200 miles last year. Honestly, it was a very inexpensive car to operate, 7 cents a mile. And at my current rate, let's say if I do 5,000 a year, might take me a few more years to hit 600,000, but that is definitely starting to come into the radar. I sold a white Legend Coupe this year. The 92 GSR, that was my Jay Leno car that I've had for almost 7 years. Currently sitting on the showroom at Acura of Tempe, Arizona, if you want to go check it out. The ILX is daily duty right now, has been for a while now, 240K and counting. These two were new this year. This 94 Legend GS sedan I haven't yet talked to you about. I'm working through getting that thing sort of incorporated into the fleet on paperwork and getting the records put together and everything on that. So I will, rest assured, I will introduce you to that. The TSX is at the mechanic right now, getting some very small sort of mechanical things addressed. I love my 89 Prelude four-wheel steer. Sold the 89 Integra. That was a car that Acura used in promo stuff this last couple years for the new Integra launch, and it went to my buddy Eric. He's the one who gave me this cool t-shirt out in Kentucky. And part of this video, you'll see him flying in to buy an Acura CL that I've been storing. The 94 Legend GS is not going anywhere for a while. That's my Desert Mist Metallic that I showed at Radwood, California this year. The SLX, obviously, I just took on a nice weekend off-road trip to Monument Valley. The 95 Legend Coupe, this one is the green one that's getting painted. So it's been a year and a half in the making now. I'm supposed to get that car back anytime now, probably. The last time I saw it, it was looking awesome, just getting reassembled. And then I have some finishing touches in store. RSX, this one is a curveball for most of you who are not expecting this. I wasn't either. I picked up a car from a neighbor, and I'm going to leave it at that. There's a lot. That in itself will become an entire series. The NSX, love it. Didn't see very many miles last year, only 516. So my goal is definitely to drive that one a little more. 3 cars sold, an 88 Legend sedan that was a very beautiful original car from the Bay Area that needed just some interior and TLC. 82 Prelude also that I didn't own super long, but it was fun while it lasted, a little project car. The 07 Type S, I keep going back to these. I just love those cars. Sold that to a very cool local guy who stays in touch. Thanks, David, always for watching. The S2000, I hope to play around with a little bit this year. It's been awesome to have a convertible in the fleet. And then my TLX, as much as I loved it for those 10,000 miles, I am spreading myself pretty thin with a lot of other cars, and that financially that tied up a lot of resources that I could be spending on other areas. So I'm sure you all go through, those of you who are collectors and tinkerers know how that feels to have to reprioritize and sometimes make those hard decisions about, you know, what you feel comfortable letting go. And yeah, so let's see where 2023 takes us. And to those of you who've been with the channel for a long time now, thanks for sticking around. And if you're new, thanks for coming along. And take care, you all, and let's have a good year. Awakening from an 8-month slumber here in the 1993 Accord Special Edition. Just reconnected the battery or reinstalled it. All right, back in business.
Things look so small. They do a little tiny car.
They are by comparison.
Look at the Civic.
My 93 sits so low, I feel like I'm in a sports car when I get in. Line yourself up with the car behind you. I think you're good. You're good. The car's narrow.
All right, let's see if he fires up. Oh yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. And here goes Eric with his... Yeah.
very different.
A few people have asked for updates on this random science experiment I have on my rooftop. For who knows whatever reason, I have cars, model cars, in 1/18 scale sitting up here on my roof in Phoenix, and it's been this way for over a decade. Some of these are looking better than others. The Thunderbird, somehow from 1957, still has most of its paint finish on it. These other three cars did not fare as well. This is an older 90s BMW E36 3 Series. Lost a headlight at some point. And it is just Arizona sunbaked for 10 years. Maserati 3200 GT, and then a Mercedes 500 SL Roadster. Both looking pretty sad. Anyway, to whoever in the comment section was asking for a 2022 or 23 update on the model cars, there you have it.